Hello, entrepreneur, active, and women of the world. I hope you are all doing well. So, welcome to the Bioenergy channel. And so, I am Fatima, the founder of Bioenergy. I am the support of all the women around the world to help them to find the right balance between their personal and professional life using Ayurveda and Indian science that has been created for 5,000 years. And today, what I would like to share with you is, as you know, I love to present to you different model of women around the world. So I have a very special guest. She's an entertainer, performing artist coming from Australia. And she's going to share with you her challenges, her stories, and all her secrets also about maintaining her energy daily. So please help me to welcome Nikki Nouveau. Thank you, Nikki, for accepting to do this interview today. So if you want, you can now explain to people what you do and who you are, and tell us more about your journey.
Thank you, Fatima, and lovely to be with you here today. I am Nikki Nouveau. I am an Australian performing artist and entertainer. I write my own cabaret shows. I'm a singer, and I manage my own production company and manage all aspects of the business development, advertising, marketing, booking musicians, managing venues. I am very passionate about music, art, culture. I have many elements of culture that run through my shows, especially French and German, English. I'm of a European background, so I love to connect with that aspect of culture and bring that into my shows. Not only am I an entertainer, though, I also am a chartered accountant, which is very different. And it's another profession that I enjoy. I love balance, and I love that aspect of accounting. Gives me that balance and stability, and especially in this moment of life that we're experiencing at the moment with this unexpected virus, it really has been a godsend for me, just having the two professions, because it really has affected the entertainment industry in a very serious way. And so having the accounting background has enabled me to continue to work and to function.
Yeah, it's very true, because as you are so much than just, you do so many different things. So, but I love your, your show, your reproduction of all the work from Edith Piaf, and Marlène Dietrich also. I know that I've been to one of your show, and it was very spectacular, the way you were singing in French. So I love it. So Nikki, one of the reasons also, I wanted you to be part of this interview is because to me, you also represent also, this European culture, and also, with a different background that you have. So in order to have been able to perform in your daily life like that also, what is your source of energy that has been keeping you the drive and to keep going with what you are doing today, with all the different activities that you are involved with?
Yes, so for me, I'm a very spiritual person, and I also love nature. So for me, it's very important for me to connect with nature on a daily basis, and I feel very affected if I don't at least go outside just for a little bit and breathe in some fresh air, just in order to center myself. Also, just where possible, and I know that we all lead busy schedules, but meditation is so important, and sometimes even 15 minutes of meditation every day can just center oneself and just to cleanse and just to reconnect with inside and to enable oneself to just have more strength and more energy.
Okay. And in terms of your work, you know, has it been something that has been really, what makes you come to sing? You know, that drives you to that, you know, soul of a singer. What was that drive?
It's something that I realized within myself as a young girl, is that I love to perform, and I love to perform for people. So when I was younger, I would even create little shows for the visitors that would come over to our house, and just do little performances. And I've carried that through my life, and love to present myself and to perform. And I love the connection with the audience, and to bring aspects of myself out, and to be able to communicate with people using the various elements of performance.
Yeah, and I think it's part of your work today with all the songs, you know, that you are doing. I can see that this is also allowing, you know, for the audience to connect also with, to introduce, thanks to you, you introduce us also to a bit of a European life here in Australia through all your work. I think it's what it
Yes.
gives as a message. Would you agree to, yeah?
Definitely. And in fact, one of a memorable moment that I had was when I first sang La Vie en Rose, which is a favorite song of many people, that is an Edith Piaf song. When I first sang that in public, just the reaction from the audience, and the feeling that I had inside of me to connect with everybody, it really was, for me, life-changing. And it was just the most incredible moment, and I realized that is what I want to do, and that is what I want to bring to audiences, and perhaps even a part of myself seeks that journey and reconnection with Europe. Being Australian and of a European background, my parents are Greek immigrants. I've always wondered about Europe, and the part of me doesn't know that self, and I've always been fascinated by that, and I guess that is one of the reasons that I have chosen a cultural path of music, and continue to perform with singing French songs, German songs, and Italian songs recently. For me, it's very formative.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. So, and what if you had to share, you know, with the bioenergy community, you know, because you are a performer, so you need to keep informed all the time. So, if you had to share one ritual, what would be your first ritual in the morning that you do that you could share with us?
I try to stay positive, so I find that starting your day on a positive note is very important. So I always think of every day as a new opportunity. So it's a new day, you haven't lived it before, it's very special. So I try to keep perspective in that way, and by starting the day with positive thoughts and positive feelings, I think that is a very good start, and anything can happen, and I think that is the key.
Yeah, to focus on the positive, even right now, especially now we are going through this difficult period. But, you know, I think it's also a test for everybody to stay positive, and to stay in that calmness in order to continue to do what they have to do, even when this is happening in our lives. So, yeah, definitely.
Well, for me, one of the things also that I realized, because of the situation that we're currently faced with, it really has affected me not being able to perform. Some of my shows have been cancelled for the time being, or postponed. And for performance, when you're not performing, it really is a strange feeling. I feel very anxious a little bit about that. So performing, acting, all of those professions, it's all about action, doing. So when you're not doing it, it really does make you feel as though a little bit, of anxiety there. So for me, in order to combat that, what I've done is created a ritual, a daily ritual of my vocal warm-up, a little acting practice that I do in order to have that in my everyday so that I can continue to feel connected with performance so that it doesn't affect me or impact me in a negative way. And I've also used this time to reflect upon my path, my journey, and to think whether I'm heading in the right direction, if what I'm doing is what I want to be doing. So it's offered that space, a unique space that wasn't there before, just with all the busyness that goes on. So it really has been, I've turned something that was quite scary at first into something that is positive and set me on a grounded path.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. So to keep certain little things that you are doing already in your work and keep you connected to your work is important to remain, to be able to keep going when things like that happens, like changes happen in our way of living. So definitely. And Nikki, do you have I asked the same question, but what have you been? What are your challenges that you have met during all your journey as an entertainer, performing, and also as your business background? Also, what are your challenges that you have met so far?
For me, some of my challenges, because I wear many hats, I find myself with a very busy schedule and juggling many tasks, and also having certain distractions. So the way that I overcome that or manage that is through breathing. So I've gotten into the habit of just focusing on my breath when something feels overwhelming to me, when I feel that the pace is a little bit too fast and I'm feeling a little bit stressed. So taking deep breaths and just focusing inward assists me, and also taking a step-by-step approach is something that helps as well. So instead of looking at the mountain, you think of the steps to climb that mountain and to gain perspective. So think of the overall picture rather than feeling stressed and overwhelmed.
Okay, yeah. So how to deal with a different task that you had, and so many aspects of your work, that to be able to balance all of these aspects by doing all the taking one step in a time. So that's really good. Okay, and if you had an advice to give to our audience here, to all the women of the world who are listening to you today, what would it be?
To keep things in perspective, to keep your eye on the prize, and also to take calculated risks in business. I think it is very important to take a little bit of risk in everything, because after all, fortune favors the bold. And I would also say to stay inspired and use your imagination.
Yes, thank you. It's beautiful, beautiful. So, Nikki, where can we find all your work that you are doing today, and where they can find you? So, if you want to share.
So the best site would be nikkinouveau.com. I'm also, I recently released an album, and you can also find me on Spotify and iTunes, artist Nikki Nouveau.
Wonderful, that's great. So thank you, Nikki, for accepting to do this interview. So thank you. I hope that you enjoy, Bioenergy Community, this interview with Nikki. So you can find her to like this website. I will put also her details down below. So, and if you also feel like, you want to find the balance, or, finding some more energy in order to perform in your professional life, you can also contact me at www.beyourenergy.com. Donc, thank you, Nikki, very much for participating to the interview. And I wish you a very good Easter. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Fatima.
Thank you.